What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another prediction video for the next Animal Crossing update. I love updates. I think everyone does. We're adding new content to the game. We don't know what it's going to be, especially in year 2. We are in year 2 of this game, which is kind of weird to say, but like all the holidays are done. All of the oldness is old and all the newness hopefully is new, if that makes sense. So we're going to be talking about what could possibly be added to the game. Realistic predictions only. That's how I like to do things. And I just kind of want to rewind a little bit to last year's April update. And I think it was the best, okay? They added in the Rover Maze. They added in Leaf. They added in Red. Museum Day. They even went as far as June with the recent Cyrus anniversary photo shoot. So it was a pretty packed update. And I think that it could be maybe more of the same. And I want to kind of go over some of my thoughts on like what they could add, some possibilities. And I think that this update starts off by the NPC that was added last year. And he just so happens to be in my town today, and that is going to be Leaf, okay? Leaf, by the way, man, Leaf is one of my favorite NPCs in the game. So I'm just going to cover him with a tree. No, I think Leaf is one of the coolest NPCs. And this could be what is added in the next update. This is my first prediction. And that is going to be new trees, new bushes, new plants to add to your island. I think that that's not really asking a lot. Now I want to go over to New Leaf for a second to just list off some fruits that we don't have in this game. Lychees, durians, lemons, mangoes, bananas, persimmons, grapes. We don't have any of those in New Horizons. That would be amazing. Imagine like a cute little lemon tree on your spring island. Like that could be pretty cool. I think Leaf adding in more stuff isn't like out of the picture entirely. I think it's pretty realistic. You know, they could also add the perfect fruit mechanic that was in New Leaf. Essentially, there was a small chance that you would grow perfect fruits. They would be worth more. They would look a little bit different. I think that's a very easy mechanic to add into this game. So Leaf, my boy, please give us something. Also, when I think of Leaf, I think of lattice fencing for some reason. I don't know. Hedges and bushes were added in last year during this time. So maybe they give us an update where we can customize our fences or adding in new fences. I think that fencing, bushes, trees could all kind of tie in together and be sort of a nice sort of nature update. Like that'd be amazing. Maybe Leaf, I don't know if Leaf would necessarily get his own shop, but I think at the very least you can talk to Leaf and Leaf could offer you even more bushes and trees. Like I think it would be amazing. Like right now, we go to Leaf and the selection is pretty bare, okay? Pumpkin starts, that's a little dated, Leaf, okay? Maybe some crops as well. I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to go more towards the trees, the bushes, maybe a new type of flower, who knows? Just something to kind of excite the player. But I think Leaf adding new things is not out of the realm of possibility. The next thing I want to talk about is the museum. Now, last year, they added in Red, which, of course, we can buy paintings and sculptures from him that we can donate to the museum. It also came with a museum update. So the museum actually was updated to be bigger, but also looked differently on the outside. Now, I have a temple museum here, so it's a little bit unconventional. But I think that we could possibly get another museum update. And I want to just say it against my better judgment, okay? Let's just all say it. Starts with a B. He's a giant bird. Brewster. I'm going to say this, guys. Brewster is either going to be added with this next update or sometime in the fall. If those two things don't happen, he's not coming to this game. I don't know. There's been data mines before of Brewster being added to the museum. And I don't think anyone really liked Museum Day last year. Basically from, I believe it was May 16th on, there was like a stamp rally that you can go into the museum to collect stamps, and it was just very lackluster. The prizes were plaques, essentially. Flora, how we doing today? We doing good? Okay, you're just going to walk? You're just going to push me out of the way? All right, maybe I'll leave. I don't know what's happening. Flora, make up your mind. Anyway, I think Brewster, slight chance, could be added Museum Day anniversary. Maybe we get an expansion with a coffee shop. That would be cool too. And adding to that, Brewster and gyroids go hand in hand. Now, gyroids are essentially something that you would find in the ground, similar to fossils, where, you know, you would find a dig spot on your island, dig it up, and a little wacky gyroid would be there. I think that gyroids and Brewster are going to be added sort of at the same time. But let me know what you guys think of Brewster. I know I've said this to death at this point, but Brewster, Museum Day, could be one and the same. I just want to add in this too for my sort of predictions here. The museum stamp rally could be exactly the same, okay? The Leaf Nature Day stuff could be exactly the same. These are just some predictions that I think would kind of spice up year 2 a bit. The next thing I want to talk about is the Rover Maze. Now, there was a maze in May where it was, you know, you can go to a mystery island. I think it was like a May Day ticket. You could do this fancy maze, and at the end would be Rover with a briefcase. Now, I want to say that they will do a year 2 maze, something different. Maybe Rover will be there with a different item. But I don't necessarily think that that event is going to change. I don't know. I have high hopes already with Leaf getting some update and Brewster coming to the island. So a Rover year 2 maze, I don't think is really in question. Although I think it's a big missed opportunity. I don't necessarily think a Rover year 2 maze is going to be anything different. It would be weird though to go through the entire maze again and see Rover again to get the briefcase again. So although they should update it, seems like one of the things that they won't be updating. Another prediction that I want to go over is some of the items that you could probably order via the Nook Shopping promotional tab. I think that we are going to get Mother's Day items again. We did get, what was it, like a Mother's Day mug last year. I think that we could possibly get a few more Mother's Day items, but I'm banking on something else. And I think it could be really, really cool. And that is a Cinco de Mayo set. I think Cinco de Mayo would be really, really cool. It's another cultural holiday. It could bring a nice Cinco de Mayo set, even if it's just something like the prom set where you can order like the wallpaper, flooring, things like that. I think it would be nice if they even acknowledge Cinco de Mayo. It could be something extra. I think this might be something that maybe is announced after the Direct, maybe on the Japan website, and you would find it out for yourself. But Cinco de Mayo items, Mother's Day items, I think could be those sort of missing links that we find out after the trailer. Now, another spicy prediction that I have is the arrival of another NPC, Katrina. Now, this idea kind of sounds crazy to add in another NPC, but remember last year, guys, we had Leaf and Red, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities entirely. I think that this makes sense. Now, Zach, my buddy, my NintenTalk buddy over at Switchforce, has kind of planted this seed in my head because if you go onto the Nintendo Switch Online app, you're using the Nook points. Katrina has her little words of wisdom at the bottom. Now, his point being that why would they introduce a character like this to brand new players? If you're a brand new player looking at the app and you see Katrina's words of wisdom, you have no idea who that is, okay? So I think it would be sort of an easy transition to add in Katrina. Now, Katrina was essentially a fortune teller that would come into your plaza here. Sorry, Leaf, Katrina has to come. I'm sorry, man. I love you, Leaf. But Katrina, it's Katrina's turn. So, of course, this would add another NPC in the rotation. She would basically give you a fortune, telling you like how your luck would be. Now, that would actually tie into my earlier prediction of perfect fruits. Maybe if you plant trees that day, there's a better chance that they would be a perfect fruit or something like that. I think that would be kind of a cool mechanic. I miss Katrina. She's very charming. She's very mystical. Maybe she comes with exclusive items or like a fortune teller set. I think that would be kind of cool to add in Katrina, but that's another major character that could change up the game a bit. All right, I'm ending you with 2 random predictions that I have no basis of really giving you. Okay, so we're going to go to our phone apps. Now, they have been adding some new things like the addition of the custom kiosk on your phone. I think that maybe we get a couple more apps. There seems to be 2 spots open here. Well, there's actually 5 spots open on this screen. But I could definitely see maybe a banking app where you can withdraw and deposit bells on the go. That would be amazing. I think year 2 is going to be much more about convenience and much more about helping the player play the game at a better rate. You know, doing things that Normally, like, you would have to go to Able Sisters to use the kiosk. Now you just use your phone. That could be a really cool addition, is a banking app. The other app that I would love to see is the ability to open and close your gates. Now, I feel like islands are pretty big. Like, there's a lot of space to cover. So if I want friends to come over and I have to open the gates, I have to go all the way down to my airport, go in there, that's a loading screen, open the gates, that's another loading screen, come back out, that's another loading screen. If we had sort of a Dodo airline app, that would be pretty cool. That would be amazing. Maybe even a Katrina app too. Once a day, we read our fortune, and maybe that could be a precursor of her coming. I don't know. Those are just some wacky predictions. And also, because I love them so much, here's the last prediction for you. Brand new reactions. Why not? I'm going to go ahead and dance my head off right now. Those are some of my predictions for update 2.0. That's another thing too. Will it be 1.10 or 2.0? I don't really know what it would be. But I'm hoping for big things for this next update, leading into E3 and possibly some Zelda and maybe some Splatoon items. But that's all I got for you today. Those are my predictions for the brand new update coming later this month. And I just want to end with this. What date will it come on? I believe last year was the 21st. I'm going to go ahead and say, I think it's going to be either the 23rd or the 27th. So there you go. Some of my predictions. Maybe check on this video when the update trailer comes out and see how right or how wrong I was. But that's all I got for you today. I'll see you in the very next video. Peace out.